On today's episode, we are going to talk about what seems like nobody is talking about. Sex post-breakup. Are we doing it? Are we not doing it? What's going on? Who's getting it? Who's not getting it? And everything in between. If you didn't know, I'm Myesha, life strategist for women who want it all, author, speaker, and your new best friend. Out of everything in the world that I could have thought about for my divorce, I thought about my children, what's going to happen to them, how will it affect them. I thought about finances, which we also need to have a conversation about. I thought about the losses, the pain of not having my partner, thought about everything. What I didn't think about is, Myesha, what are you going to do for sex when you are divorced? It didn't come up. I didn't know until about 6 months later, start getting an itch. And I was like, baby, I've been married for 18 years. And some people have sexless marriages. That's not my story. I had a fulfilling sex life my entire 18 years. Had sex probably the month before we filed for divorce. So 6 months go by, maybe 4 to 6 months went by, and I started to get an itch where I said, okay, what are we gonna do about this? I hadn't thought about it. I started researching, saying, okay, what do people do? And there were a few things that came up. People were talking about, you need to have a hot girl summer. You need to go out there and turn up. You don't know what you missed. You don't have a lot of experience. You've changed as a woman. You need to see what you like. Some people were saying, if you need to have some sort of casual sexual relationship just to meet your sexual need, go for it. Some psychologists were saying, don't do it. It's better to wait because you're healing. And it was just a lot. I was perplexed. I was like, what do I do? What do I do? What do you do? What did you do? Tell me. I managed to go inside. The first 6 months, I got the itch. Then I was able to manage it. Now, did I manage that through prayer, through supplication? Did I manage that through talking? No, okay? I had help for little pieces of the juncture. Someone gave me a beautiful gift called the rose, and it was a source of comfort for me for bits of my journey. Gonna be honest with you. We can talk about that later. If you don't know, you don't know. Stay in the dark, okay? Don't Google it. Whatever you do, don't Google it, okay? That was helpful to me. Then I got to a point in my journey where I was healing so deep. I was noticing I wanted to have sex to feel a void. I felt rejected. I wondered who would ever want me. I was coming out of this relationship and it was very confusing because I had been with this person for 22 years of my life. I'm 40. I got all of the female hormones coming at me saying, baby, you are ready for life. And I was conflicted because I had the type of person that I was, and then I had this type of person I was becoming. This was a brand new world. I didn't have any references. I didn't have friends who had this experience at the time. And so was I going to talk to God about it? It was like, are people waiting till marriage on the second time to have sex? Like, what are we doing here? Because we've already done it and we like it. And we want more of it. And now we're in this season of life where partner is gone. So what do we do? Listen, I decided not to have sex. I decided not to use external things to satisfy me. I decided to do the work and heal from the inside out. I didn't want to complicate things by introducing a new person. I had all this love, all this emotion that needed to be processed. I had all these memories. I had these sexual experiences with my partner for 18 years. And I thought, what happens to that? We automatically think when we're divorcing or we're ending a relationship that getting over the person is great, but what happens to the physical part, the soul ties, all of that connection? Like, I've given birth to children with this person, okay? And I said, you're not gonna use sex as love. You're not gonna go out and find somebody to have a casual relationship that doesn't align with who I am. And in a perfect world, I wasn't that strong, baby. I would have had a hot girl summer, but I was aligning with me. Me aligning with me meant you have to go about giving yourself the love you are seeking in other people. Not having sex after divorce saved my life. It was the greatest decision I could have made for me. It was. Did it come with wrestling, toiling, and all the other things? Absolutely. Was I feeling myself looking for it? Like, wanting somebody to choose me, wanting somebody to desire me, wanting somebody to see me. and find me worthy of it. Like my self-esteem was in the trash. Can't explain it. I just got to a certain point in the journey that I broke free, and I stopped looking outside of myself for what I needed, and I start looking inside, and I start saying, Myesha, you are worthy of love. Sex is a beautiful thing. You get to reframe it for what you want it to be from this moment forward. I stopped watching movies about sex. I stopped listening to music and love songs about sex. I started to give myself the thing I was desiring from somebody else. So we get it all mixed up. We think if we jump right into a relationship that we can just continue to feel good. I don't think that's true. All we're doing is sloshing around what we had for this person to another person and getting our needs met. And I know how I'm wired. I'm a lover. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna be loyal to you. I'm sticking with you. I'm gonna give you my all. When I give you my body, you have all of me. And that started to be too much and too expensive to give away. I had just found me, reconnected with me, and I said, no, I can't give it away for free. Now, if you're in a season of your life where you turning up, you running the numbers up, whatever you need to do, I don't judge you. You are fully loved and fully accepted, baby. We all go about life figuring things out in our own way. And this is a safe space. But I'm offering a POV that I did not find. I didn't hear anybody talking about what they were doing with their bodies after divorce or after a breakup. And so I thought, as uncomfortable as this may be for some of y'all to talk about it, it's necessary. If you're on the verge, thinking about breaking up, thinking about going through a divorce, have a plan for what you're gonna do with your body and as it relates to sex post-breakup. Think about it now. Wrap your mind around it now. I never thought I could go past 6 months, and yet here we are. I'm not even gonna tell you my record that I broke, but nonetheless, I have practiced abstinence and it has been a game changer, and let me tell you why. Number one, not having sex allowed me to value and appreciate and hold space for the beautiful thing that it is. In the right way, with the right person, in the right time. I can sit with it and not feel like I'm missing out on something. Everybody else is getting it and I'm not. Oh no, when the time is right, we are ready. Number two, not engaging in sex post-breakup gave me clarity about what I deserve and what I want most. I need a committed relationship. I need it focused. I need what I need in order for me to feel safe and comfortable with giving this very valuable part of my body to another person. Had I not had that distance, I would have been seeking it from one person to the next, wanting to fill that void. I've been able to sit with it and empower myself, but give up what we want most for what we want now. Number three, it allows the body to heal and detach. For me, even in divorce, I would replay my sexual experiences with my ex-husband. And here I'm trying to move on from the guy. And what memories do I have? So I'm replaying a narrative that no longer fits. By having nothing, it actually taught me how to detach, how to disconnect, how to allow my body to heal. So that as I was grieving and doing the work emotionally, physically I was grieving and processing and letting go and releasing the ties, the soul ties, the deep, deep, deep soul ties between me and my ex-partner. And lastly, the mastery of controlling my desire gave me a skill that changed my life now and even in the future. Not engaging in sex also gave me the ability to say no to chocolate. It gave me the ability to go to sleep at 9 p.m. It has empowered me in so many ways. Whenever we deny what we have a right to for the sake of what we value most, it strengthens our muscles. And I feel like I can use this skill later on down. I was telling somebody the other day, I'm like, in 20 years, when my husband goes through a sickness or something happens, he can't perform, I'd be like, I know how to handle myself. I know how to be with me and it be okay. Okay? It won't hurt to not do it, and it'll help more than you think to abstain with purpose and with intentionality. Now, some people are abstaining because they don't have anybody checking for them, or like you're at the house and you're wearing your muumuus and all this, and like you're just hiding yourself because you are in so much pain. That's different. I'm saying when I go out, I have guys approach me, okay? And I'm saying no because I'm at a place in my life that I'm doing my work. In marriages, in healthy, safe relationships, we're not talking about sex. So we're definitely not oversharing post-breakup. My thought is, take the time to do your work and heal. Set a plan for what you want to do with your body after breakup. For me, I'm so thankful to God that I have decided to take this approach. Abstinence for extended periods of time has changed my life. I feel like my next rendezvous with love will be meaningful, special, intentional, that I made choices today that'll honor my future self and my future relationship. I wanted to turn up. I wanted my hot girl summer, run the numbers up a little bit, see what's out there. And then I thought, how would that add value to me? Seeing what's out there creates an appetite for variety. I'm a person that I don't need variety. I don't need to know there's 31 flavors. Just give me the chocolate chip. I'm good for life. You get to now decide what's best for you. How are you wired? What are your needs? Giving yourself permission. Some people say, turn up. Do what you need to do, baby. But there are options. And you don't have to turn up if you don't want to. We got to see how this story ends. So I got to put a ... because I will spill all the tea when I get to the next phase of this healing journey. I cannot wait to tell you what it was like coming out of abstinence into another situation. Let me know in the comments, how are you managing your sexuality post-breakup? How are you managing it in general? What are your thoughts, your comments, your concerns? Tell me, are we waiting till marriage the second time around? That's what I want to know. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, because you need to know when Myesha takes the next step. You need to know. And I can't wait to share with you. God knows I can't wait to share with you. Until next time, I will see you in the comments.